to one of the chairs. It looks like she's been hurt. You know, there's blood everywhere.
So Zenwabi himself just shows up, huh?
Well,
where did they encounter him? Or did we encounter Zenwabi?
Yeah, so this is Ellen Smith's house.
Okay.
The historian that Vlad, that was hitting on Vlad.
Oh. Okay, I got you.
She was actually like one of the higher members in this Eye of Arma society.
Okay. And where did Zenwabi show up? Is that what happened?
Well, again, you guys go into Ellen Smith's house. You creep in there and you hear this cry from a woman who's clearly in distress. You actually look into the dining room area. You see Walter Zenwabi sitting down at the end of the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you guys see him initially, right? He looks, and I think Casper was the first one to breach the door. And he says, "I am Bob, eager for fun. I wear a smile, everybody run."
What the hell?
That's what he says. "I am Bob, eager for fun. I wear a smile, everybody run."
Wow. That's intense.
So at that moment, man, he takes the table, he grabs the table with one hand, he throws it across the room, okay, at Casper. Super predator. I mean, it's crazy strength, right?
Like Mr. Spock strength.
Yeah, exactly. Casper's able to dodge, and basically, a battle ensues.
Gun battle.
Eventually,
gunfight.
Gunfight. Well, it's a combination of gun and spells. So Zenwabi flees, basically, throws himself through this door. At this point, Casper starts to cast the spell, red sign of Shabel. Right.
Finally, he got his wish.
Yeah. Vlad, and I believe it was Monsignor, I think. Right?
I was looking through the rolls. I saw some gunfire from the father, I think.
Yeah, it was a combination.
It was like a Marlin 44 or something, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Vlad and the doctor and the Monsignor, combination of shooting, and basically because they had to stay away from Casper with his spell he was casting, they end up cruising around to the back and they see, Zenwabi's body. I mean, basically, you guys are able to, stop him with this spell.
Wow.
But after he's felled, the body just dissipates like smoke. It's there, and then it's not there. Okay. The doctor gives the female hostage, he gives her a pretty serious sedative, so she's basically now sleeping right here. Okay. I believe, Vlad, didn't you find something?
I think I found a strongbox.
You did. You found, so Vlad had gone into this bedroom and done a cursory search and found this strongbox kind of hidden in this hidden compartment.
What was in the strongbox, Vlad?
He hasn't looked yet. So they so about this time,
more body parts, maybe.
You guys hear, this would be Vlad, Casper, everybody. You guys hear the police. You leave, man. You run out front to
the cop showed up, huh? Damn.
To the Hammer, and you guys take off. Okay.
So wait.
So
was the professor here? Because I heard that he got slammed for tons of hit points or something. Was that that fight?
I mean, people. Yeah, that was the prior. That was the prior fight.
Oh, okay. So
people got burned and had acid breath on them and all kind. You took some serious damage too, man. Everybody took some pretty serious hit points.
So Doyle was back on the mend, back at the penthouse.
He was.
Okay.
Yes, he was.
Lee, do you remember if he took any big hits? Did he take like any serious wounds, or was it just a bunch of little damage? And what was it that? Were they cultists or something at that house we burned down?
Yeah, it was Ellen Smith and Jason Gaspard and 6 ghouls. So you guys were getting meleeed by the ghouls, and you were getting spell cast. One of the spells was a fire-based spell. The other one was like a noxious acid.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys got messed up pretty good.
I think so.
Yeah, but
so is that where you left off after Zinwabi's death, and then they found the strong box, and that was it? That was the end of the session?
Yeah, exactly. You guys are now back at the penthouse, you know, and you hear the sirens in the distance.
Right. Yeah, put Johnny Fingers on watch downstairs. Make sure no cops come up here, or at least warn us if they do.
Yeah, absolutely. So he goes down to the lobby. You know, he's on the lobby phone. And then
yeah, I imagine the professor's like, "What is you did what to Zinwabi, Casper?"
Now I will say this, you know, you guys noticed, Vlad, you definitely noticed this when Zinwabi was talking. It did not sound anything like Zinwabi sounded like when you had spoken to him before. You guys had a couple meetings with him, and you were pretty close to him. You know, you especially you, Vlad, because you dealt with him like basically you were the boss of your clan, so he was dealing directly. The voice that came out of Zinwabi at Ellen Smith's house was not anything like the voice you'd heard before.
I get you. So yeah, we're dealing with something very weird here. Professor Doyle doesn't believe that it was Zinwabi. He's like he's in. He wonders, well, he just showed up and you killed. And what happened to him? How did he die?
It was a combination of gunfire. Eventually, though, it was the
tell
spell.
Me about that. Tell me about that spell, Lee. What does that spell do? What did we do to him exactly?
It's horrible. Here, let me read the description. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
It's a hideous spell, man. I mean, quite stunningly evil, actually.
I'm putting some weird music up in the background here. You can adjust that volume in that settings if you need to.
Okay, here. Let me read the spell.
Was it really Zinwabi, Vlad? Are we sure that it was Zinwabi, Vlad? Did you positively identify him?
The first sign of Zinwabi, he was like, "The wizard must die."
So he acted like a villain, or a witch, or whatever he is.
Okay, here's the spell. The red sign of Shudmel costs 1d8 sanity points to cast. Casting time is 1 round. An awful spell that causes one or several targets to die horribly. Caster inscribes in the air the dreaded red sign while speaking words of power. Performed correctly, a dull red symbol glows in the air as the caster finger inscribes it. The sign's malevolent effects manifest the round after its intonation. In this form, the sign must be maintained by concentration. And then it goes into the cost. Let's see here. All those within 10 yards of the sign lose 1d3 hit points per round as their bodies quake and spasm. Their internal organs and blood vessels convulse and burst. That's within 10 yards. So it basically incapacitates you.
Yeah, like burst your organs or whatever.
Yeah, and you sit there and flail on the ground, you know?
Great.
Yeah.
So he died, and then his body just went poof.
Yeah, his body went poof. Okay, but you guys do have this.
We have a
Vlad
strong
still
box.
got this strong box in his hand. Yeah.
Hmm.
Also, there was the beings that were trying to take Zimwabi's body away.
Oh
Whoa.
yeah, that's right. Vlad's like, oh my god, almost forgot. So when they took him, basically when he was like on the ground convulsing, it looks like he had died. These apparitions appeared, dark, look like men, almost like you can't really. They look like maybe
They're shadows.
Yeah, they really were. And they were like around Zenwabi's body. They looked like they were touching the body and saying something. About that time,
Hello.
the Monsignor,
Hey,
the
Harry.
Monsignor, and hey Harry, the Monsignor and Vlad came around, and I think the Monsignor with this 30-06 like rolled an 01 or something. It was crazy, man.
Oh, I saw the crit.
and-
Yeah, I saw the impale.
Yeah, and Blue, and I think and Vlad too. They both had amazing rolls, and basically blew Zenwabi's head away. And at that point, the apparitions faded.
So you guys had like a close encounter of the third kind with some shadow creatures or something.
Yeah,
Spooky.
thank you, Vlad.
How's it going, Harry? Just getting the
I'm
recap.
going.
Getting the recap here.
Okay.
Good.
Good.
All
How
right,
are
so
you?
you guys have So you guys survived and fled. You're back at the penthouse. Go ahead, everybody, and roll for their luck and for any skills you need.
I already rolled for mine.
Okay, cool.
Importante.
Yeah.
I have
Mhm.
18 luck.
There's a lot of luck on too.
I did roll a 10 for the increase.
Ooh, nice.
I guess let me look at Dr. Hastings here.
Yeah.
Hopefully Tommy will join us at some point.
Vlad, if you could roll for Casper, that would be great.
All right.
This will be...
How's it going, Harry?
It's going okay. I'm looking forward to vacation next week.
Oh, good, man.
Nice.
Work's
Vacation's
been a little
always good.
stressful.
Has it?
Yeah.
Well, good. It'll be nice to get away.
Casper.
Although we're heading right into the area of Washington
Oh,
all this craziness is going on in, so I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Craziness.
Washington's what?
Where we are here in the game, geographically,
Oh, you're going into that area. Very good.
Oh. That's
Look
even
out
more
for-
spooky.
what was it the Owl Cave or something like that?
Yeah, Owl Cave. Yeah.
I'll look for that.
Yeah, see if you can find the puzzle in there and unlock the
Yeah.
unlock your actual
Pictograph.
Cthulhu
I'll
Mythos
let
skill.
you know. I will call immediately.
Yeah, let us know how many
Yeah, if
Cthulhu
that
Mythos
happens-
points you get for that.
If that happens, you need to call us immediately. We can fly out there and really start to
Investigate.
screw our lives up.
Start drinking.
Start drinking.
Buy lots of ammo.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, look at that. Damn, dude, you're a crack shot for a priest.
Yeah, he's handy with the rifle.
But ammo is so expensive right now; it's insane.
Hmm.
That's why he's a
Literally.
good shot.
Literally, I think for a 380 cartridge right now, they're $2.50 each. A 9mm cartridge is 50 cents each.
You know,
Craziness.
no surprise.
Yeah.
Expect it to continue to rise.
Yes, maybe double that in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah.
If it can't legislate that you won't have them, we'll price you out of the market.
That's why.
Well, that's why
that's why I stocked up last year.
Exactly. Back in 2008, when that all craziness happened, I made a promise to
Hey.
myself. I'm like, I'm never going to deal with that again. So I did the same thing, man. I have massive amounts of every cartridge I need, and even some I don't need.
Yeah, why not? Keep your powder dry.
Hey, yeah.
Monsignor's luck is now at 50.
Oh, cool, man.
So Harry's on fire with the failures, and Aiden's on fire with the extreme successes.
Yeah.
And his rifle skill is now an 88.
Ooh.
He's deadly with that rifle.
Don't mess with the priest.
Felt pretty good, Monsignor. You and Vlad blowing Zenwabi's head off together. That was pretty satisfying. You were like,
regained some sanity for that.
Ooh, beg, Harry, beg.
Actually, that's not a bad.
I think I'm okay on sanity. I haven't read the
you
book
get,
yet.
You get one.
Okay, great.
Whoever was there and saw the carnage.
He's at 59 now. Down 6.
Hastings is good. Professor's good. What about Casper? I know he cast the spell, so
he's taken some damage, but yeah,
he's just down a couple.
Yeah, nice roll. He lucked out when he did his sanity roll for the spell.
I see that.
He lucked out.
So, we have arrived back at the penthouse at the supposed death of what's his name, Walters and Wabe.
Yeah.
And
what do you mean supposed?
The professor's kind of shocked that he actually showed up. It's the last thing that he expected. And then he died to some horrible organ exploding spell. I don't know. Professor Doyle's a little shocked. He is like, oh, so on the chest or something, a footlocker or something like that.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of horrible things are in there, he says.
Vlad has this, it's this strong box. It's pretty good size. It's locked.
Shake it, Vlad. How big is it?
It's probably...
Could you fit a human body in there?
No. It's much smaller than that. This is probably this is the size of a small case, so it's probably
like a cash box or something, probably.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's more like 12 by 8, maybe 5 inches deep. But it's heavy. It's metal. It's like a steel lockbox.
Professor Doyle asks the gangsters here. He says, "Does it smell like money? We're gonna open it, or do we get a check for traps roll or something?"
Yeah. I think
I'll inspect it.
I think there's a couple. I don't know. I think Casper has pick locks. I'm not sure about anybody else.
Yeah, Doyle's gonna thoroughly inspect it first to look for any tricks or traps or anything unusual.
Okay. Yeah, you can do a spot hidden on it.
Success.
You examine it closely. It doesn't appear to be, anything unusual or
Oh, you know what we need?
sinister about it.
I wonder if we could. Well, actually, we're in the 1920s. Fingerprinting is not really a thing. We don't want to take it to the cops. All right, looks pretty safe to me, Vlad. I clap him on the back. I think you're okay to open it now. And Professor Dole steps back a couple steps. Pulls out his monocle.
Picks the lock.
Okay. All right. You pick the lock. When you open it up, inside, there's a small brown, looks like a little notebook or journal, and then there's also a couple items. There's a red ribbon. It looks like there's a pair of wedding rings, and there's a small little tin soldier.
Wow, these look like keepsakes.
And they all have blood on them.
What?
They all have blood on them. Notice that there's blood on each of these items.
And there's a red.
And as you look at the little notebook, you see there's bloody fingerprints on the outside of the notebook as well.
Professor Doyle frowns. So a ribbon, a pair of rings, and a notebook, right?
Yeah, and then a small tin soldier.
Ah, yes, the bloody tin soldier. A riddle wrapped in an enigma.
Obviously for casting some spell.
Oh? You don't say.
Or some other devilry.
It does seem appropriate. They are bloodied quite badly. Is the blood freshly? How fresh is it? Is it just dried blood?
Someone would have to roll a medicine or some type of science.
Doctor, how long would you say these have been in this state, would you say?
Yeah, Hastings can definitely.
Oh, the Monsignor's a doctor as well.
Monsignor's pretty good with medicine.
Nails it.
You can tell that this isn't. This blood hasn't been on these objects too long. Dr. Hastings concurs.
Really?
It's dried, but it seems to be relatively fresh.
Mm-hmm. Fresh for the spell. It's rather odd. So what's
Some nefarious purpose, no doubt.
So what is the plan of action here, gentlemen? Obviously, we're wanted by the police. They know something's going on. Hopefully, no one spotted us. All the townsfolk know us by this point. You know, police are going to be asking questions. Oh, and I said this in Discord, guys. I even before all this stuff went down, I was thinking that it might be a good idea just to go underground at this point, like just disappear. You know, there's these freaking cultists are after us, and I know we still haven't, and we should just head out on the expedition, says the professor. Get out of this place for a while, lay low.
Sounds like a good idea.
Maybe.
I don't know, was there something else we wanted to investigate in the village before we left?
Well, there is the this little bloodied notebook in the lockbox along with these other items.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little leather notebook of some kind. Maybe a journal.
And I'm sorry, where did we get this again?
So this is from a lockbox that Vlad found at Ellen Smith's home, the place where you guys found Zenwabi. Yeah.
The lockbox of blood. I don't know, Harry. I think you might be right.
Well, I mean,
these are some kind of weird witchcraft shit going on here, and I don't like it. Let's burn it like we do everything else, says the professor. Hey, looking at Casper for guidance. I wonder what Casper would do.
We would probably leave.
It's like maybe there's spells in that book.
I don't even want to touch it. Well, look at the Monsignor. I say that. I don't even want to touch the foul things.
Yeah, the Monsignor's. I don't know. Has he learned a spell along the way? I don't think so.
No, I think
He's pretty convinced that witchcraft is of the devil.
Well, you have me convinced. Not good, I can tell you that. This is Professor Doyle doing the game over moment in the movie Aliens. Game over, man! Game over, man! He's kind of freaking out.
So where do you suggest we head on our expedition?
Out of town.
As a start. Huh?
So
Anywhere out of town.
Casper-
will do.
Yeah,
Casper grabs the notebook out of the box.
Mm-hmm. What is it, Wyatt?
He flips open the first page.
Awkward moment of silence.
Give me a second here.
What does it say, man? Professor tells Hammer to load the sea chest up at the car. I decided Professor Doyle has a sea chest with his more bulky items. I think we've been collecting supplies and stuff for this expedition as well. Oh, here we go.
So there was a time frame around this alignment of the planets to the picture from the cave.
Yeah,
Correct.
there's a
And
connection
how
right there.
long,
25
or
years. Yeah, that's the connection
Well, but
right there.
How long was it lined up for? Or in this
It's
alignment?
it's only lined up for a short period of time. No, it's only in alignment for a very short period of time.
I think Doyle had found that out as well. You know, we're talking probably, a few days, maybe a week, most, something like that. The time has come.
So where do we want to go on the map?
Well, I wonder who wrote this, because it says, let me leave using the material Walter left. So this is not written by Walter, obviously.
Yeah, free at last. It's been 25 years. The others agreed to let me leave using the material Walter left, but I must share the garmonbosia I harvest while I'm out of the lodge.
Right, and what the hell is that?
So much fear and pain, sweeter than candy. Mike and I are supposed to meet on September 10th, new moon, 12 midnight at the Grove to go back in. Both agreed to try and each bring a sacrifice. If I'm not inhabiting this tulpa, possess someone else. I'm going to try to bring someone back into the lodge to leave, maybe Ellen or Jason, and I'll stay out forever. Some of these human spellcasters have tomes containing knowledge of powerful entities and spellcraft. Maybe we can find new allies and a way to destroy the other lodge. Through the darkness of future past, the magician longs to see one chance out between two worlds firewalk with me.
I think you're right, Father. These guys are just straight up witches who have the ability to possess people.
And so September 10th is 2 days away.
Dun, dun, dun. The lodge.
So, Monsignor, were you thinking about how, the alignment is when, that it's supposed to be accessible, right? apparently, based on the murders. 25 years ago there were murders. Now there's murders. Is that what you were getting at, Monsignor?
Well, and that we had a certain time period to figure out where we need to go if we're going to stop this.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
if we
So
want
here,
to.
so here it says they're supposed to meet September 10th at the Grove.
We bring someone back into the lodge.
Could it be possible one of them possessed Zenwabi? You can see it says, if I'm not inhabiting this tulpa, I'll possess someone else. So let me look at these words too, Lee. Garmonbosia, what is that, Latin?
Well,
You can use some of your tomes. You can use some of your tomes as reference to see if any of these, that you could analyze this a little bit and kind of pick this apart a little bit and see.
Is
Garmonbosia and tulpa aren't things that you're familiar with.
They're not Latin. Okay. All right.
Oh, you're not sure. You're not sure.
Well, I know Latin.
You don't think so? Oh, then no, they're not. They're not.
Okay. Yeah, they don't look Latin. Definitely not Latin.
Not Latin. Not the Romance languages. It's more like the hateful languages.
So he said something to us during the fight?
Oh yeah, he did.
He said some weird shit to you, if I recall.
Yeah.
That seemed to indicate that it was not Zenwabi or.
Mm-hmm. I know what I'm thinking.
Or that.
Yeah, he's when you guys first breached when you guys first breached the dining area, he looks at Casper. You hear him shout out, I am Bob, eager for fun. I wear a smile, everybody run. And that's when he took the table and flipped it.
So the lodge. We know something about lodges.
Yeah, so you could try to use
a white lodge and a black lodge, something like that, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. White Lodge is supposed to be a place of peace and tranquility and love.
Find the lodges on these
Black
maps.
Lodge is supposed to be a nightmare.
Look at the Owl Cave map and find the lodge. We're not going to know until we get out there, fellas.
Well, he does mention in the thing about, let's see here. What's he say?
We take a look around on the countryside. See what we see. Get out of town.
So you're looking at the
something else about the. I thought we knew there was some piece of information that we learned about the location of the lodge with regards to the map.
You did. As you're looking at the map, you guys roll your intelligence, your ID roll intelligence.
All right.
Whoever's looking, you're looking at this map.
If I'd had me.
Made it. Roll for the dock.
Yeah, so as you're looking at this,
Senior also makes it.
Casper
see this,
also
yeah. So as you guys are all looking at this Owl Cave key that the professor worked on, you can see number 19 is this ring of trees, almost like a grove.
Right. With the pit by it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I must
So you
say
think,
that. Yeah, that circular.
Probably.
Yeah, that circular tree thing. That was the most interesting part of this map, I think, from the beginning. Other than the medicine man, who I was thinking was like Shub Nidrad or something.
You never know.
It's
There's still time.
It's just a guy.
There's still time.
It's just a man in a mask. I'm telling you.
So that definitely catches your attention here when, in this journal, it says Mike and I are supposed to meet 12 midnight at the Grove to go back in.
Hey, Lee, I'm going to look at my maps a little more, and I was thinking, if we do wind up coming out here, looks like there's a lot of like rivers and streams out here. Would it be navigable by like a canoe, perhaps? This general area, are there enough streams, lakes, and stuff like that around to get around them by canoe?
So your handy tour guide, Jacques Ambrose.
Yes, I consult Jacques.
Says yeah, we could put in and use canoes to get quite a ways into this area, but eventually we would have to, at least from the way we're looking at this map and comparing it to this key that you have. This location that you guys are looking at is going to be pretty deep into the woods. But we could take our supplies via boat, and then we'd have to get out of the boats and do some serious hiking.
I'm thinking horses might be better too. I haven't quite decided. Tell you what, Jacques, procure some canoes if you can, just in case, will you?
Yeah, he's like, I have access to canoes here in town, no problem.
Excellent.
Yeah, if you guys decide you want to do that.
Horses too, if you could.
Yeah, horses are available as well. I have pretty good connections here.
I think your idea of hightailing it out of here is not a bad one.
Yeah, I mean the heat's on us, matter of time before the witches come for us. I think best to make scarce. Go on the lam.
So, do we know who would have written this?
That's a good question.
Well, as you're looking at it,
Somebody who
whoever
knows.
wrote it.
Yeah, somebody who knows Mike and Ellen and Jason. Whoever it is.
And Ellen Smith and Jason Gaspard are the two witches that you guys dispatched at the Eye of Arma Society.
Through the darkness of futures past, the magician longs to see. That was the name of Doyle's book that he's working on. It was Forbidden Archaeology and the Master Magicians.
Awesome. A good title.
Yeah. So yes, what do you say, gentlemen? Let's finalize our arrangements and get our shit together, as you Americans say. Get the hell out of here.
Jacques says, could go camping.
Yes.
You guys want to get out of town? We could do that.
Professor remembers something. He says, well, I must consult my notes. He goes back into his study with the book.
Jacques says, I am pretty tight with the police here, and they know I'm with you guys. So I think if something was going on, they'd let me know. I could be wrong though. No.
How long of a hike is it to the area where we think this? I mean, given the relative scale of some of the features on the map, do we have some idea for how long the journey is to get to this clearing?
Yeah, he says, if we use some jeeps, we use some trucks, we can get pretty far, but then we'll have to hike, and I'd say it probably will take at least maybe 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours to hike out to that area.
That close, okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but it's
we're going to look around for this clearing a little bit.
Yeah, we're not really exactly sure. I think I have an idea where this is based on this map, but we may have to search a little bit, and it is quite dense. I mean, this is thick. So lots of old growth forest.
It seems to me there's one more reason to leave, to scout the area.
Should add a bloodhound to the list.
and identify
Anybody good with dogs?
where this clearing is.
I don't know. I don't think anybody has animal handling. You guys did have a dog, but it's back in San Francisco hanging out with your mafia crew.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Well, we'll see if Jacques can round up a dog too. I'll just add it to Jacques' list. Bird dog, hunting dog.
Okay.
We can borrow one from Farmer Jack out in the wherever. We'll borrow a bloodhound from somebody.
He says, people are a little crazy about their dogs. He's like, that's a high request. I'll try though. He goes,
Yeah.
I'll definitely try.
Wouldn't hurt to try. We have plenty of bread, he says. Try to get used to the American lingo.
True.
I do
Oui,
want
oui,
to consult the book. That name. You said we could reference our books or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, if you can always take your tomes and try to use your Cthulhu mythos roll to.
Right. So let's see if we can reference some of these words. What were they? Juna. Let's see.
It's,
Armambosia, Tulpa.
right, Tulpa.
Yes, and also the number 10 on the Owl Cave key. Shiggy. Syzygy. Definitely not Latin.
If you want to try to reference anything else, it doesn't have to be words. It could be an idea or a place or whatever.
Yeah, Black Lodge. White
I'll
Lodge.
be pretty liberal with that. Okay.
Fire walk
What do you-
with me. Chanting
Okay.
between two worlds. As I'm trying to reference, looking through these books, I guess somebody could probably help me too. We've got,
Yeah,
we've got tons of stuff to look
people-
through. Spend the evening book learning.
Yeah, people can definitely help. I'm not sure. Does I think Casper? He's got a small tome that he knows. That's how he figured out that spell.
Yeah,
I don't think Vlad or the Monsignor have any spellcraft. They could definitely assist.
Yeah, well, the professor will just spend the evening trying to get some information from these books if he can. Going to cross-reference any symbols or words or witchcrafty concepts that he can find here.
Sure. Okay. Well, so the Monsignor can help you, and
Body possession.
Vlad can
Sacrifice.
help.
So
all
do we
that
have
stuff.
to have read a book in order to make use of it in this way?
No, I'll let you make a roll since you're assisting, and the person you're assisting has read the book.
Yeah,
You're
I
just
think we're-
basically a second set of eyes, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think we've skimmed them.
Yeah, but we'll let Vlad can help Casper.
So there's these things we got at the Amara Society, the book of Zayan. Is this what you're talking about looking at?
No, you do have those new books, and
The
if you wanted to look at
monsters
those, you'd
And
have
their
to
kind.
you'd have to
Sussex
scan those.
Manuscript. Confessions of the
John-
Mad Monk.
John's actually, I think Sean actually, Professor Doyle actually has a book he's skimmed himself, right?
He's only skimmed Nameless Cults, the professor has. Dr. Hastings has also skimmed Cultist to Schools.
Yeah, so you guys have,
Or Cult of Ghouls, yeah.
Right. So I think maybe, so I know Casper has the book too. He's got the red sign, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are
Yes.
any of these books
That's the
from the
Garn.
Amara Society in English? Or Italian? Or Latin?
Monsters and Their Kind is.
Is in Latin? Is in
It's in English. It's in,
in
like
English. In Old English.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now those you haven't. No one has. You guys have just grabbed those recently. No one has scanned those or started to study those.
Yep.
Could you rattle those books off for me, Lee? So I can add them to the list here. One's
God.
Monsters and Their Kind.
I could just paste the thing into the chat.
Yeah, do that for me.
Man, that's awesome.
At least the ones that I know of.
That's in English. That Shud Mel spell was in the Garn Fragments.
Yeah.
Cool. We have quite the library going here, Monsignor.
And they have a spelling error somewhere.
So monsters and their
So I
kind
guess
and
the
Sussex
Monsignors-
Manuscript are English.
I think he's. There's another one? Sorry?
It's Monsters and Their Kind and Sussex Manuscript are both in English. The Confessions of the Mad Monk is in Latin, and the Book of Dizan is also in Latin.
Okay. Well, Professor, we'll get to them at some point.
Yes, but it seems to me we know these people from the Amar Society were the cultists that are trying to make all this happen.
Mm-hmm.
And we think that
we've killed a couple of them.
The likelihood of stuff relevant to them being in those books seems higher.
You're absolutely right. Monsters and Their Kind, huh? What's this all about?
So, in as much as we're going to hang out here and read and study, the Monsignor will pick one of those. I guess the old old English Sussex Manuscript.
Professor could do one of the Latin ones.
Now, again, keep in mind, you do have, I think 2 books. I know the one that Kyle has, and I'm pretty sure, I thought the professor or someone had skimmed a book and was studying it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the professor's studying Unspeakable Cults right now, after having skimmed it.
Right. So you guys can actually use those 2 tomes as reference and use your Cthulhu mythos to look stuff up in those particular books.
Yeah, and it's actually the Cthulhu Mythos score of the book itself. But that's after reading it, though. Yeah, that's fair. Just doing what we have for Cthulhu Mythos. And a little player knowledge here. The Sussex Manuscript. Uh-oh. That's player knowledge, though. I'm not going to say anything. That was a Lovecraft thing, I believe.
One of the stories.
Or not Lovecraft, but Robert Howard. Sussex, man. It's actually, I think it's supposed to be actually fragments of the Necronomicon itself. Not mistaken.
Awesome.
I'm not going to start with that one. Yeah, so he'll consult the cults. What do the cults have to say about witchcraft? So just roll Cthulhu Mythos then?
Yeah. Roll Cthulhu. Just let me know what your
It's not good. It's 4.
let me know what your exact. Are you looking up?
Dude. I have an 04 Cthulhu Mythos and I rolled a 1.
That's awesome.
Hallelujah, brother.
So, are you trying to? What are you looking up? I'll let you look up 2 of these. Your 01, so you can pick.
Shit. I think the most relevant are these Garmin Bosia and Juna, and whatever they're doing with sacrifices and inhabiting people's bodies or something. Yeah, I want to know what Garmin Bosia and Juna and what they're referring to with these here.
And where are you seeing the Juna?
I think it's Juna. Let me find it here. It's in the notebook. It says Oh, tulpa. I'm sorry. If I'm not inhabiting this tulpa, I'll
Tulpa,
possess
right.
someone else.
Right. So you discover through your research, you find a reference, amazingly, about a tulpa. And a tulpa is basically a created doppelganger. So
Oh, like a
powerful,
like a body double kind of thing.
powerful sorcerer. It doesn't get into it, but actually, you can, if you have like hair or flesh or something from a person, and they give you permission, you can actually create a doppelganger that you could then inhabit or possess.
Terrifying, but immensely powerful. Professor's very curious about this. How would one do such a thing? He digs deeper.
Yeah, it doesn't get into the technique, but it does talk about,
Body parts, huh?
high, very powerful sorcerers or possibly otherworldly spirits or entities being able to create these doubles, and then inhabit them like puppet bodies.
It makes me wonder, guys. Remember that house we found, or it was the apartment, I think, that we were investigating. We found all those body parts under the floor. I wonder if they're using those body parts to take people's forms or something. Possible. All right, so I let this information flow. I tell these guys, so we're dealing with shapeshifters, guys.
Armambosia is a term that refers to what these evil entities or evil spirits feed upon, which is pain and suffering and fear. Like they draw like power. It would be like them drawing power from another sorcerer.
Interesting.
They that's just what they sustain themselves on and find great pleasure in these evil entities or evil spirits.
Okay, so now we know a little bit more about what we're dealing with here.
And a lot of this stuff, I mean, as far as that goes, this is something that is, throughout time, there's been this idea that there are evil spirits that, feed off pain and suffering and misery. All right. Nice reference work.
Hey, Harry, you think that maybe what they're doing, or their magic rituals and the spells that they're casting, must have something to do with maybe some of these books that we found, like you're saying. Maybe we should shift our focus onto these other books. It might be more relevant to the enemy.
Ta-da!
Besides, Nameless Cult's going to take forever to read.
Yeah, well, any of these others might as well. It just, I guess it was. I don't know.
Yeah,
so were you thinking of studying your book, or how long does that take? The activity that we just went through.
I mean, that was several intense, it's probably like 4 or 5 hours of scanning and, looking and jotting down notes and going back and forth. He just happened to roll very well, so he was able to find the stuff quickly.
Should we let Casper do some
Casper
research as well?
He definitely has his and has read his tome.
Pull out them there Garn fragments.
He does.
Aiden, you want to roll for Wyatt? Cthulhu Mythos?
Let the mythos flow.
Please, give me some.
Gimme.
Gimme. Make me go insane so I get some.
We've had a lot of criticals and extreme rolls lately.
Yeah, always remember that that's kind of a vague rule. Like when you go temporarily insane by taking 5 or more sanity points, you technically get mythos. Should get 5 Cthulhu mythos for your first time.
Really?
And then you get 1 for each following time, I believe, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, every time you go temporarily insane.
Oh, okay, cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, you get a chunk of 5 for the first one, and then I think it's 1. I'll have to look, but I think it is 1.
You get the first one's a nice boost. The second ones are just draining, horrible events that.
Right. Yeah, there's like a tangible reason, why you went insane. It's because you just learned too much all of a sudden. The threshold of awareness of the Cthulhu mythos is.
Yeah, you don't want to know. I don't want to know anymore.
You there, Aiden? I'll.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, roll a Cthulhu mythos for your dad, for Wyatt.
All right.
Roll away. If you roll a fumble, he impales himself on the tome.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh, and Dr. Hastings, he's read.
I didn't book.
He's read Cultus Gulus. He has 12 Cthulhu mythos. I'll roll for him too.
Okay.
No.
Oh, look at that. You guys both rolled 38s.
Oh no.
You both
Weird.
have. Look at that. Look at that. You got the same score. You got the same. Dude.
That's weird.
Professor Doyle and these things look at each other for a second.
Can't believe I rolled a 1 on a clutch Cthulhu mythos roll.
So the Monsignor has 5% in Cthulhu mythos.
Awesome.
Is that?
I know
Does that
what.
make any sense? Starts
Yeah.
at 0.
Yeah, you probably got it from skimming the book.
Makes sense, Monsignor.
I know what book the Monsignor wants to read. He wants to
So-
read Confessions of the Mad Monk. Right? Am I right?
What do you mean he went mad? I'm sure he would be fascinated to read that one. So, is there any chance that should he roll to see if there's any understanding of these terms that we don't know from
Sure,
experience with that, or
absolutely.
is that's too much of a stretch?
No, he can, if he's skimmed, he can take one of these books since he has some Cthulhu knowledge and attempt to, find something. Sure. Not a huge chance, but there's a chance.
No, he does not.
Okay.
He's baffled and frightened. He keeps putting the book down and then picking it up.
Yeah, and
Skimming some
Professor,
more.
as you're looking at
It's
these
down.
sections, a little more, you find some more information where it talks about, the 2 lodges and kind of the information that you've heard before, that the White Lodge is this place supposedly that's inhabited by these higher entities that are love and light and clarity and beauty. And the Black Lodge is inhabited with these horrible spirits, powerful evil spirits. Also see though that there's in some cultures said that when you die, you go through both lodges, and that every person has a light side and a dark side. Right? Everybody has both of these elements in them. But in the lodges, it's bifurcated. In the Black Lodge, it's the evil, the total, darkness. In the Light Lodge, it's light and happiness. And that there are spirits that inhabit these places. And then it goes on to talk about how the evil spirits love to feed on Garmonbosia, the pain and suffering and misery of entities. Whereas those spirits in the White Lodge, thrive on beauty and peace and tranquility and love.
This has to be kind of mind-blowing for the Monsignor. I mean, is it Satan, Father? Is it really? Seems to be, but is it?
Of course it is, my son.
Yeah, exactly. Everything. The Monsignor is. His Catholicism has helped him survive. He definitely is like, it's all the devil.
Doesn't he just kind of carry around a copy of the Malleus Maleficarum, the treatise on witches, and just consult it every now and then?
Or he may have that memorized.
Yeah.
He may have that memorized.
Right. Memorized.
He can quote that.
Yes, and how many died in the village of Cheshire in 1490? How many witches were burned in 1592?
He knows all that.
Yes.
He actually feels like, he was born too late. He would have been perfect for the Inquisition.
Oh my. Yeah, I love the absolute answer there, Harry. Of course it is, my son. Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, Professor just rolls his eyes and he gives up. He'll try again later.
Right. Guys, let's take a small break, grab a little drink, hit the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's good.
I'll be back.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm back.
All right, excellent.
Back to.
Very good. All right. Yeah, so you guys you have a couple different choices, you know. Like I said, September 10th is a couple days away. Of course, you could just bug out and go back to San Francisco and hole up in your base.
No, we definitely want to take this on.
Like, to hell with this stuff. We're out of here.
Anybody else there?
Yeah, so monsters and their kind, right? And the Sussex Manuscript. I think those are both English. Okay. I mean, you guys have a large number of books you could skim and study if you so desire.
I just think
I'm back.
that instinct to get out of town.
Yeah, like
the
literally,
Monsignor's pretty nervous about staying here.
yeah,
And
like
do we
literally
wanna
go
find-
underground, just disappear, just take all of our stuff and just.
Don't you want to stop whatever's going to happen?
Yeah, I think that might involve finding this lodge. Or burning more buildings down. What do you say?
Yeah, there's a big cry
No,
from the party.
I think your
Yes,
first
arson.
instinct to go is maybe you're thinking different than I am. I guess I'm thinking that we will start traveling toward this circle of trees and scope it out. So
Yeah.
that
Jock
We
steps
can
forward and says, "Sure, let's go. We can pack up
destroy whatever.
all our stuff tonight and get out in the woods." He's like, "No one will find us out there." He's like, "And if they do, we'll be ready for them."
Go camping we'll go camping like Jacques says.
That's what Jock says. He's like, "We could leave tonight. We can get all our stuff together. I got the trucks. Drive out there and set up a camp tonight, and go out tomorrow morning and scope the area out."
Professor secretly wonders if Jacques is a doppelganger.
Don't know.
And then he secretly wonders, are all my friends doppelgangers?
Right.
He feels a little sick.
Someone in the party. You're trying to think, has anybody in the party like left and gone missing for a little while and then come back?
Yeah.
What happened to Dr. Hastings? I don't know. He said he went out for cigarettes. He comes back. His hair looks a little different. He's talking in a different voice.
Yeah, it occurs to the professor, while he's studying at his desk, and he kind of stands up from his desk and he's looking out into the hallway, make sure all of his friends are acting normally, spying on them.
He does certain tests, to see if they react the way he thinks they should.
Mm-hmm. Jacques, do you have one of those really fine cigars? Just like a small talk, looking for tells.
Right. Well, Jock seems to be the French redneck you think he is, at least so far.
All right. Well, I trust Jacques, guys. What about you guys? Should we have him take us out
I
into
think
the
we
woods?
have to.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go. Think of nothing
Okay.
finer.
Let's leave immediately in the cover of darkness. It is nighttime, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yeah. So you guys get now. Who are you having anybody stay here at the penthouse? Are you leaving anything here? What are you bringing with you? I mean, as far as like your massive book collection and other things, you
Pack it
I'm
up,
thinking
man. What do you think, Aiden?
yeah, what were you saying, Vlad?
I think we should leave Fingers here. Johnny Fingers.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be nice to know what's happened while we were gone. Or we may never see Johnny again. Either way, we'll know.
Well, he's like, I like the idea. He's like, I'll set up the beds so it looks like you guys are sleeping in them, and I'll sit in the closet with my silenced pistol and wait.
Right.
That's what he says. He says that's what I'm gonna. He goes, I'm gonna do that. And he goes, he goes into the bedroom. He starts like moving the beds, or putting like cushions and stuff to make it look like bodies, on the beds.
Johnny, he's such a pro. Just don't shoot any cops, Johnny, okay?
It's like, only if I have to. He laughs.
Professor rolls his eyes again. So let's pack it up, boys. Hammer's with us, right? The other gangster guy?
Yeah, he's like, he can go with you or stay, or you could send him to kill someone. I mean, whatever you want. I mean, he's down for anything, man.
Well, for now, he can load up our stuff into the trucks.
It's the Hammer Bartzini. He doesn't like that so much, but he does it.
Yeah. What do we pay him for?
He'd rather be hitting someone in the head with a ball-peen hammer, but he'll still load stuff in the truck for you.
I float him a 50.
Oh, that makes him feel better.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah,
He's a little more enthusiastic.
The professor has more money on his person and in his sea chest than he's ever had in his whole life. He's ever earned in his whole life.
Oh yeah, you guys are incredibly wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think I alone have like 100.
Vlad's criminal empire.
Yeah, I think I alone, just by myself, I have like $140,000 cash in my stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of money in 1923, right?
Yeah.
A lot. A lot
of money.
I float him another 100.
Oh,
I give Johnny 100 too.
Awesome. They're very appreciative.
I'll even mark it off. There you go, guys.
Okay, so gotcha. All right, so let's do this. All right. So everybody else is going, right?
Yeah, the whole gang. Don't want to leave anybody behind. We're going to disappear like the wind.
Okay.
I mean, they'll never find us out here in the woods, right?
Absolutely not. The Lord is our shepherd.
Yeah, when the Monsignor starts saying prayers, you guys feel better.
So what do we have here? A couple of trucks to take us out there?
Yeah, you've got a couple heavy duty trucks, and you drive out to a certain spot. You can see Jacques is kind of looking at his map and stuff. And then you guys trek out into the woods, basically create a little campsite, and then go back and forth to the trucks and move your stuff out. This camping area.
All right, we'll set up camp. Is this actually in the woods, like in a forest kind of setting, or is it mountainous?
Oh yeah, it's in the woods. It's the deep woods, man. It's quite beautiful though. If you've never been in the Pacific Northwest, it's stunning, man. Quite gorgeous.
Well, it's been a long day. I suppose we should get some rest before morning and then just head out in the morning. Not too keen on on traipsing around in the woods at night.
No, I think so.
So Jacques builds a pretty good sized fire. And he's kind of sitting up. He's made some coffee. He's got a little pint of whiskey. He's pouring some whiskey in his coffee. He's sitting there. He's like, I'll stay up for a little while. He's got a rifle.
Oh, right. Yeah, we actually have we have an arsenal here at camp. We have all of our shit splayed out.
You really?
Oh yeah, we'll dedicate like a tent, That's where all the guns and ammo is.
Okay.
We've got rifles, ammo, shotguns, pistolas. What else we got?
A machine gun of some sort.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you guys have dynamite. I think there is I think you do have a machine gun or two. I don't know if you brought those with you.
Well, we'll have Wyatt do the manifest here. He's got it on his sheet. I mean, I can tell you what we got. We have 2 cases of dynamite. Got 2 Thompson machine guns. We've got 540 rounds of 45 caliber. We've got an M2 Browning 50 caliber machine gun, 2,000 rounds, flare guns, binoculars, and then of course all of our personal weapons.
Right.
So yes, we have the arsenal tent set up in camp.
Okay. Have the 50 cal?
We do.
Okay, that's a pretty big heavy machine gun.
Does it have a
that's
tripod?
a hard one.
Any tripod or anything like that, or just
it has a tripod that comes with it, but it's still that's a beast to lug around.
Yes.
The Thompsons you can carry with you pretty easily, but that 50, man, is.
We'll just freaking set it up right here in camp.
You have it set up in the tent, basically.
Out front or whatever. Yeah, we have maybe a tarp to cover it, something like that. Probably hasn't been cleaned in a while.
Somebody's
look it
sleeping
over.
next to it.
Right.
Yeah, someone sleeps on it.
Somebody's got to be on Browning duty tonight.
You definitely wouldn't want someone getting a hold of that, using it on you.
No. It's right. It's right here in camp.
Okay.
And we'll do watches too until morning. We'll do like 2 watches.
Okay. So you guys kind of
pretty late by the time we get in here.
It is. It's getting. It's probably 12:30, 1 o'clock. I guess probably by the time you guys finally get settled in. It's a beautiful night. Stars are amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys each pull a watch.
Yeah, Doyle's an old man. He needs to go to bed.
Each of you roll percentile.
Everybody? Okay.
Okay, roll percentile, and is it 1 or 2 people on watch? It you guys doing 2 people or 1 person?
We probably have enough to do 2 or 3 pairs of people.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we can do 3. We'll split it up like Wyatt.
Oh, you were saying 2 watches?
2 people per watch, I was thinking. Or are you doing 1 person per watch? It's up to you.
No, I understand. Sean had said earlier
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
how many watches he was thinking of. I thought you said 3.
We can do 3. That's fine. How about if we just do like Wyatt? Is that Hammer that's with us?
It is.
Yeah, we'll do Wyatt and Hammer in the first watch.
Okay.
Do Professor Monsignor in the second watch. And Doc,
Vlad
and Vlad on the third watch.
All right.
Okay.
We'll let Jacques get some rest. He's got his work cut out for him tomorrow.
He passes out after he has that whiskey and coffee. Man, he's out like a light. He's like sleeping. He's like sleeping with his rifle. He's like cuddling with his rifle. He's singing little French songs. Yeah, but
Yeah, I don't,
oui, monsieur.
yeah, I don't think he's a doppelganger. Guess we'll find out.
Seems awfully French, and he seems like he really loves that rifle.
So, what do you want us to do? Shall we each roll, or once for each watch, or what were you thinking, Lee?
Yeah, let's do one roll for each watch, and you can pick whoever you want to roll it.
Alrighty.
Or you could let me roll for you if you wish.
I'll roll. Here's Doyle. And I'll roll for Doctor. I'm sorry, we're rolling once for each watch. Is that what you said?
Yep, just roll it once for each watch.
Okay, so I'll roll for the second watch then.
All right.
Yep, and then Vlad can roll. Oh, 36, 37. We need a 38.
Yeah, or a 35.
Or 35 would be awesome too.
I'm on the edge of my seat, Aiden.
All right.
35 or 38. Oh, well, close. All right, so during each of your watches, you guys are sitting there. At some point during the watch, this owl kind of flies, kind of through the camp area and lands in a tree. Pretty beautiful.
Which watch is it?
All of them.
Oh my goodness.
Each watch experiences that. There's this owl that kind of flies through the camp and lands on a tree and sits there and hoots and looks at you for a little while and disappears.
Bad
I don't
omen.
know.
Game over, man. Game over, man.
Damn owls.
All right, and the rest of the night kind of passes without anything. It's a beautiful morning. You guys get up.
All right, so we prepare.
Yeah.
Professor puts on his expeditionary gear. He looks like an archaeologist now.
Is someone going to stay here at the camp with the 50 cal?
Yeah, let's leave Hammer back here at the 50 cal. He can handle it. Guard our stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we're definitely taking Dr. Hastings.
Roberto.
I'll politely ask Dr. Hastings to kind of lay off the narcotics this morning because this could be dangerous, Doctor. You understand? You know what we're up against, don't you, man?
He turns his head and looks at you, and there's like this white powder on his nose, and he's like, yeah, no problem, and he kind of wipes it away.
Who's that?
Dr.
Sorry?
Hastings.
Dr. Hastings.
Oh.
Dr. Hastings.
Yeah, our resident addict.
Of course.
So you guys get up and you start trekking through this pretty dense woods, and at some point kind of breaks, opens up into this Jacques is like, I think we're this is after probably about, I don't know, 3 hours of hiking from where you were.
We must be getting close. Professor Doyle's looking out around for owls. Shotgun's locked and loaded.
So eventually, like I say, the wood kind of opens up into this almost like a meadow. It's pretty
This looks
unnatural.
like a clearing.
It's pretty unnatural to see a clearing like this in these woods, and you can see, it opens up into this kind of circular almost area, and
Are there stumps in the open space?
you see these white sycamore trees. Me?
Are there stumps
Stumps?
in the open space, or
No, there's
There is
not.
not.
It's like this. It's this perfect, almost like moss. It's beautiful, but it doesn't look right.
Satan.
You can see, in the middle of this clearing area, there's this these white sycamore trees that are around. It looks like almost some kind of almost looks like a circle with oil in it. Got this viscous look to it, whatever substance is sitting in this like pool that's in the middle. Here, let me get a picture of it.
Is this the sacrificial site then? Possibly.
Doc is looking at the map that you guys, you did in this this pictograph, and he's like, this looks like this to me. And he's pointing at the.
Let's get a closer look. Keep your eyes peeled.
what are these objects in the middle? Are we able to see them at this point?
Yeah, so it's basically this clearing you can see, and then there's this. It looks like a hole that almost, or some kind of like stone pond or something. It's got this black liquid in the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, all right.
Around
That's
it,
what's there.
yeah, around it are these kind of white, spindly sycamore trees.
Make sure that there's nobody about.
Yeah, we should spend some time searching around the perimeter of the clearing.
Or any
Okay.
sign of anyone having been out here recently. Oh, I wanted to ask too, with the wounds that Professor Doyle has, did anybody do medicine on him? Or first aid, do you remember?
There was first aid and medicine applied, Sean. I can't remember exactly.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I just upped him another hit point for like a day's healing. That's okay. If it's been 24 hours since somebody's taken damage, they should get one back. They get one back per day. Yeah, one per day. And initially, first aid heals 1. Medicine does 1d3. That's just initially though. For each wound or whatever. I was just a little worried because Professor only has 8 hit points.
Yeah, the Monsignor is the same.
Holy
So you
shit.
guys can actually have the people who know medicine can actually try to do a medicine roll for healing, basically, or you can do first aid, but only one.
Right, well, first aid only heals 1 hit point. Medicine heals 1d3.
Right.
So you're giving us opportunity for have the doc work on us a little bit here.
Yep. And the Monsignor. The Monsignor's also skilled in the ways.
Let's do some medicine checks, Harry. You can heal 1d3. These.
Okay.
It looks like Casper needs healing as well. Shit, man. Everybody needs healing. What the
Monsignor
hell?
will,
We go out into the woods and we're all haggard and torn up. Got bullets.
Hey, you guys are all beat
clock's
up,
ticking.
man.
Somebody needs to take out these bullets.
So the
Nice.
Monsignor rolled pretty well in trying to heal the doc. You said the doctor was at 8, right?
I think the doctor's the only one that's okay. He's at max.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said somebody was at 8.
Yeah,
That's-
professor's at 8,
the professor. Sorry.
and
All
you're
right.
you're at 8. Yeah, Munchkin's
Yes.
at 8. Casper's at 7, and Vlad's at 8. Oh, we're all at 8.
So there's the roll for the professor.
All right.
Okay.
It's 1d3.
Roll 1 to 4. Your extreme awesomeness.
All right, 2 for the professor. Thank you. I'll tell you. Let's let and make sure you check that skill too, Harry. Let's let the doctor make a roll. He might so he can check his medicine here.
The doctor can work on
Oh, his medicine's already.
the Monsignor.
His medicine's already checked, but he has an 80. Success. And 1 point, Monsignor.
Okay. Great. So he's at 9 now.
Go ahead and roll again. Roll your medicine again for Vlad and Casper.
He fails the roll for Vlad.
Hastings can try on
Yep.
him.
It's that dragon blood of Vlad's.
Yeah.
Doesn't have human blood.
Likely. That's what the Russian vaccine is. It's like wolf's blood, vodka, and some potato peels and a freaking syringe. Mother Russia used this as vaccine.
This is vaccine.
And hit Casper too, Harry. He's at 7.
Oh, I thought you were going to have the doctor roll.
No, go ahead.
All right, that's a success. So
Then roll
1d3, right?
I'd roll 1 to 4. 1d4, my friend.
All right, that
A
puts him
2.
at 9. That's a little better. So yes, bullet
little-
removal and splinting the broken bones. Yeah.
Peroxide here and there.
All right. Let's continue. I think that's a good idea to kind of scope out the perimeter. I think we should stay together, though. How if we just head up into these woods here?
How far is it across from one side to the other? Like along the horizontal.
Oh, it's probably maybe 120 feet across.
And there's no track or path or anything out here at all we can see?
No, this looks like the ground is almost like moss.
I think we should split
like-
up.
Pine needle.
It's only 120 yards across.
And it looks like a dead end, Harry. A dead end.
Yep. So we have one group go down one side, the other group to go down the other sside, and we'll meet at the
Party?
end on the other side.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Jacques looks up ahead, then he looks back. He's like, "What the hell is this? I've never seen anything like this."
And most
With this
likely this
ground.
is a sacrificial site where they sacrifice people, is my guess.
What the hell? He says.
I know.
This is a place of devilry. Deviltry?
But you find this moss somewhat
Whatever it
unnatural. Isn't it-
Jacques throws a round into his lever action.
I have an idea, Lee. So the professor is a bit of a naturalist. Can he discern so does he feel like this glade here or this little prairie or whatever you call it, does it seem natural, like geologically, or?
So you kind of you pause for a second. You kind of crouch down and you're looking at the moss and, kind of digging around and taking a look. And it appears completely natural, but it shouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it does appear to be natural. It doesn't appear to be alien or magical. It's real, but it doesn't make sense that this moss would be here. And this glade would be open like this, and there'd be these white sycamore trees up here. Looks real, but definitely unnatural yet natural.
I think we should use an abundance of caution here, Monsignor. I'm not sure if we should split up at this point. Not quite feeling up to par, if you catch my meaning. And I cough up some blood.
Just to exclamate point, though.
I mean, we do have rifles. If something happens, we can
Yeah,
we can range them, But
I assume everybody has what weapons do you have, Vlad? What do you have out?
I have my 44 Marlin.
Got your Marlin out. Very good, Professor.
The Enfield rifle.
303. Yes, the rifle that conquered the world. Monsignor.
Of course.
He has his 30-06, I think.
Other cartridge that conquered the world. A good old 30-06. Okay.
Everything that Doyle does is British.
That's what he has.
Yeah, for sure, Casper. Got his 303 with his Darjeeling, cup of Darjeeling.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Rocket.
Yeah, I'm sure Casper has a rifle. He's got a. He's got a BAR.
Okay, he's got the bar.
Yeah.
A good one to have.
Mm-hmm.
I assume the doctor has his standard double-barrel shotgun, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I'm curious. He has a rapier and a double-barrel shotgun. You're right.
Of course. Fencing sword and a double-barrel shotgun.
Check.
Okay, so
And a Bowie knife.
are you guys approaching this place, or are you hanging back?
I don't know. I think maybe we can split up and just walk the tree lines on both sides, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Right.
And then meet at the other.
Okay. So how about Casper?
Yeah, arrange yourselves the way you want.
Casper's our number 1 heavy. Vlad's our number 2 heavy. We'll split those guys up here. And then choose your side. Professor will go with Vlad.
Dr. Hastings, be over here.
Sure. We'll have Monsignor with Professor and Vlad.
Okay.
Now we'll just use the tree lines for cover here,
You guys, make your way.
Sneaky, very sneaky.
Oh, you're trying to. Okay, so roll your stealthiness.
Yep. Sorry, I was getting food there.
It's fine.
Now I'm back.
All right, Dr. Hastings, don't fail us now.
Stealthiness.
There's Dr. Hastings. He makes it.
Vlad did not.
Doyle's
Okay.
probably not going to make it either. He has 22. Oh, he makes it.
And the Monsignor succeeds his stealth check. Check.
Okay,
that.
so
Been drinking this morning, Vlad?
Yes.
you guys are creeping along, trying to be quiet, and Vlad steps on this chipmunk.
Yikes.
lets out this little scream. He picks his foot up and it runs off.
Damn it, man. I look around for owls. Professor Doyle's looking up into the trees.
Yeah.
About
So
that time, man, you see an owl fly across the opening and land in a tree over here.
Good God! Did you see that? Professor Doyle's all hunkered down. I'll pull up the binoculars. Take a peek.
So shapeshifters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, I don't know.
Where
Could
are
be
you looking at the?
Owl-shaped.
Looking out to where I saw the owl, and I have an old school English field glass, not binoculars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a pretty good sized owl sitting there in a tree.
Does it look like the same owl, same type of owl that we saw last night?
It does.
Professor Doyle begins sweating and hands the field glass to Monsignor. Right. This owl, then.
It looks like a spotted owl. A pretty good sized one too.
Do you get the feeling that the owl's watching us?
It flies off. After it sits there for a little, it flies off.
Most certainly. The eyes of the devil.
How can that be, though? It's an owl. Oh, goodness, I do not like this. What if they know we're here?
We're up against shapeshifters, Professor.
So as you guys get a little closer to this, to this formation where these sycamore trees, these white, and the trees are white. Okay, so you have this green carpet of moss, these white trees, and then it's like this stone depression, and the stone kind of comes up out of the ground. You see this, and at a distance, it looked like I said, it almost looked like oil or tar or something. As you're looking at it now, it looks like,
oh no,
negative space. It doesn't look like a liquid, but it has this like shimmery, viscous appearance to it. It's very unsettling, man, when you look at this thing.
It appears to be a pit or a hole or as I'm looking closer, a gate to hell, maybe? The professor's very unsettled. He is sweating. Monsignor would notice him like shaking.
The Black Lodge, no doubt.
His hands are shaking. Where does it lead, I wonder?
You guys going to move up a little farther, or are you sitting there?
I don't know. Are we gonna molest the aperture to hell?
Run up there and stick your Tommy gun in there and rip off a drum.
We can ask Dr. Hastings to do it. Tommy wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Run up there and stick his arm in up to his shoulder with the double barrel and let loose.
I think we should continue on our plan to go skirt the entire tree line, meet up on the other side.
All right,
then we can inspect those trees and this pit of terror.
Right. Let's have a look around.
Entrance to the Black Lodge.
And Doyle's getting his camera ready too. He's gonna start taking pictures. He has one of those fancy new Kodak folding cameras.
You guys you guys kind of meet up here.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get here, roll your spot hidden.
All right. Doyle. Fails.
The Monsignor fumbles his roll.
Good. See, Doc. Fix it.
So as you guys are kind of coming around
Hold on,
here,
Vlad.
oh, yeah.
Vlad made it.
Makes it.
Okay. As you guys are kind of rounding the corner here and you see each other, you all at the same time, you see this little, almost looks like a little depression. It's covered with leaves and vines and stuff like that. And you guys get a little closer, the Monsignor walks up and he's like, "What's in there?" And he trips. He kind of falls into this little depression. And when you do, you feel something underneath you crunch. You kind of pull yourself up, and you look down in there and it's filled with like bones.
Archibald. Archibald, are you okay?
It's like skeletons, and these look pretty old. Looks like a little shallow, kind of almost a shallow pit. There's like 4 or 5 skeletons kind of stacked up in there.
Like the pit in the drawing, in the map.
The map.
Kind of look
when he
at it.
stands up, how deep is this? It's up to his chin, up to his waist.
So it's probably just a little past your waist, You're able to pull yourself up pretty easily.
But there's bones here.
Yeah, they're kind of jumbled down, but you definitely think probably you see about 5 skulls.
So
Kinda
maybe,
count.
maybe this is a sacrificial area of some kind. Dead bodies lying around here. These look old, huh?
They do. These look pretty old, man. And and this overgrowth is doesn't look like it was grew last year. It looks pretty thick. And as you guys kind of look down through the clearing, you can't help but this pit, this black, man, it's hard not to look at it, but it's also disturbing. Can't tell if it's liquid. Sometimes it looks like there's nothing there, and then other times it looks like there's this viscous fluid, almost like oil. You feel a little uncomfortable in the pit of your stomach, man.
Yeah, I'm taking pictures of all of this.
All right, gentlemen, let us stop.
All right, yeah, that's a good stopping part.
On the edge of the hell pit.
Bum, bum, bum.
I just hope the adventure doesn't involve us having to go down the hell pit.
Sure.
I mean, we could do that. I'm not really for it right now, but
We got to take care of whoever this guy is doing this writing and the people he's writing to.
yes, we have to do something
We're
about
gonna
these
clear
people.
out this Black Lodge.
Yeah, and I don't know what spells you guys have available. I know Kyle has his favorite, convulsing spell. That's a little dangerous though too, because anybody within 10 yards is affected. So, casting.
Yeah, I don't think we've had any. I don't think we've had enough time to read these books to get the spells.
Right.
No.
Have the 50. You have the Thompson machine gun spell.
Yeah, damn it, we forgot the Tommy gun, the old Chicago typewriter. No, that's not the professor's thing. He wouldn't know what to do with a Tommy gun.
Well, Wyatt has his horrible shriveling.
He does.
I don't know what it was. Don't remember what it was called.
Well, again, you
Some kind of
guys are out here.
scourging spell.
You guys are out here early. I mean, this isn't the. You're out here on the 9th. So. You're a day early. You came out here to recon, which is always a smart thing to do.
Wyatt has 2 spells, actually. He has the red sign of Shudmel. He also has Contact Chthonian.
Oh,
I think.
It-
Or maybe
it's
he...
still-
Unless he
you could
noted
summon
these.
a Chthonian. You could summon a Chthonian and send it through there.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Whatever a Chthonian is. These may be spells he just noted on here that are in the book. I don't know if he knows them, though. You'd have to ask him.
Right. Well, good game, guys. You got
Yeah.
bugged out of the town and went savage and got into the woods, man.
Yes, it's a... I feel we're being very daring coming out in the woods, like at half health and shit. We're all fucked up from these
Sorry.
fights in the last couple days.
Well, you will have a chance to try to heal again tomorrow morning. If you survive, if everything goes well and you can search this place and get back to the camp and do your prepare,
Am I the only one that has like this feeling of foreboding right now? Professor's been feeling it for the last 24, 48 hours.
We are the instruments of God, Professor.
That's
Gotta love
reassuring.
Monsignor.
Yeah. No, I think
We will be the
he's
source of his retribution.
he is slowly but surely converting Professor Doyle, for sure. Because he doesn't know what else to think.
Vlad just smiles and takes a drink of vodka.
Yeah.
Right.
Asvadanya. Everything fine. We kill it. We kill the wizard.
Just stay numb, Vlad. Just stay numb. You'll be fine.
Vlad gets excited when there's wizards involved. He definitely
Wizards!
Yes.
burning hatred of wizards.
Yes. Excellent. All right. Yeah. Good game.
Yeah.
So what do you
Thank
guys? Yeah, of course.
Sean.
What are you guys doing for
Nathan.
Friday? You gotta work, or are you bugging out tomorrow, Harry, to go on your vacay?
No, we leave. I think we're going up there on Monday.
Monday. Okay. Cool, man. We'll have a great trip.
We'll be up there for the rest of the week. Mostly skiing with the boys and then just kind of relaxing at the cabin.
That
man.
sounds like
Well,
fun.
Lucy.
Yeah.
It should be fun.
Some
Should be awesome.
well-deserved downtime. It's always nice.
If you see some spooky groves with sycamore trees and a weird pit with crazy substance, man, just
I'll check it
steal
out.
away from it.
Yeah, just watch out for the owls, man.
What about you, Aiden? What do you got planned for the weekend? You gonna do some gardening, or are you doing some computing, or what?
I want to do a bit of gardening,
Cool.
a bit of homework.
All right. Sounds necessary, but the gardening should be cool. How about you, Sean? Are you doing some gaming?
I am. I've got a session each day over the weekend. Friday, Saturday,
Awesome.
and Sunday.
Great. How's
Right,
that going?
gentlemen?
That's going great, dude. It's been a lot of fun. It's paying the bills. I quit my fucking job. Now I'm a professional DM.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I'm wrapping up some more games, too. You guys are welcome to play. I mean, at this point, I'm running like 5 sessions a week, so like 5 days a week. And I'll probably be running more than one session on some of those days.
Are they all D&D, Sean?
Yeah, they're all D&D. Yep.
Are they all first level D&D?
Yeah, currently, because we're all running the same adventure for everybody. It's it's a it's a first level through like 4th or 5th level, little mini campaign kind of a thing.
Cool.
But yeah, I
Cool,
mean,
man.
pretty much any day of the week if you guys have time. I mean, we can get something together, play some D&D as well. The Gamma World thing I have on hold right now just because I'm busy putting together these new games, kind of managing things.
Yeah.
But once I get everything in place, we'll probably go back to playing Gamma World on Mondays too. I plan on keeping my days off are kind of like Monday and Thursday when I play.
Yeah, for sure,
when I
man.
play with you guys.
Yeah, you got to have a little personal gaming time, right?
Yeah, and I've realized like I have to spend less time doing it, or I'll just do it 24 hours a day and burn myself out. So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
no, need a break.
That's great though, man. That's really cool, Sean.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Congrats. Yeah. Excellent, gentlemen. Well, everybody have a good Friday, have a good weekend, and good game. That was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Lee.
Yep. Thank
See you guys. See you, Harry.
Bye.
See you, Aiden.
See ya.
Good night.
Good night, Aiden. Good night, Harry. Good night, John.